Okay, so let's take a look at the intro right here. We're going to start here at the 6th fret on the 6th string with your first finger, and that is a B flat. You're going to hit that note with a downstroke in the right hand, and then move over to the 4th string and play your 3rd finger at the 8th fret on the 4th string. And you're going to pick that with a downstroke as well. And as soon as you play them, try to let out the pressure in your hand so it kills the sound pretty quickly. You can also come down in the right hand to help it. When you come down to pick the next note and set up on that string, kill it with your hand, like that. So my right hand is coming down, pick. When I come down and place my pick on the 4th string to get ready. Okay, that is a B flat. While that's going on, the bass player is actually playing an E, doing the same thing, and doing the E in its octave. So basically what we did, and that created a tritone sound. It's a very dissonant sound that starts a song. So, but Hendrix is only doing the 2 B flats, an octave apart here. After you do that 4 times, you come into the main part. Start it with a slide with your 3rd finger into the 9th fret on the 4th string. Then your 1st finger at the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And then your 2nd finger at the 8th fret on the 2nd string. And when you pick this note, give it a little, just bend it up a little, just give it a little push. Like a 1/4 step bend. It just kind of gives it a little bit of more oomph on the note. So it goes. And then come over with your 1st finger on the 7th fret on the 4th string and put some vibrato, kind of like in a downward motion on it. So we have this. You can do all that with downstrokes in the right hand. Then come down to the 5th fret on the same string. You were just at the 7th, come down to the 5th, downstroke, upstroke on the same 4th string open. So we got 5th fret, open, come over to the 0, and hit the low 6th string open. And then take your 1st finger at the 5th fret on the 5th string and slide it up to 7. So we have this. And now you can kind of, when you come down on this to pick this note, I would lower your hand or use the top of your 1st finger to mute that 6th string which you hit over. So that's the only thing ringing at the end. So all that all together is this. Okay, then he does all that again, exact same way. Now you're going to see me in the performance video, and Hendrix does a lot in the video. He does a lot of this, kind of like in between the things. It's kind of like a random thing he does. It's just basically dragging your 1st finger up and down the 6th string quickly. You can use a 3rd. You can just take all your fingers and smush them on. It's kind of like a feel thing, but he's just keeping in the groove. And just, if you're ever wondering in the video what's going on there, that's all it is. You just kind of created, like, he comes up and down really quick, and he'll do it all through the song. So I know we won't look at it here. We'll just do that whenever you see me do it, or whenever you hear him do it on the recording. All right. So after doing that part twice, we come to, after we're doing that last one, we're right here. Then we come back to the 5th fret on the 5th string and do a hammer-on to the 7th. And then come over to the 5th string, the 5th fret, 4th string, and then go pick the 5th fret, so we got this. And then pick the 7th fret and bend it up, and then back to the 5th fret. Good. All right, now we do this. You pick this note again, then open A, and then open E. And then come over to the 3rd fret, 6th string. We have this. Pretty easy. And we're going to end this intro with 5th string open, then slide into the 7th fret with your 3rd finger, 5th fret, 4th string again on, and then pick that 7 again and bend it up. So it goes, and then do a quick hammer from 5 to 7. So we have this. Oh, sorry. Then pick 5 again, upstroke, open string, then slide the 3rd finger into the 9, and then over to the 7th fret on the 3rd string, pick it twice, and then 3rd finger at the 9. So you notice it's just a bunch of 1st and 3rd fingers too. So from the all right. Okay, so now let's get to the verse here. We're going to sit here and we're going to start with this chord. So after this, it's basically just, it's an E dominant 7 sharp 9 chord. It's called the Hendrix chord a lot because he used it so much in so many of his songs. But it's basically played with your 2nd finger at the 7th fret on the 5th string, your 1st finger at the 6th fret on the 4th string, then your 3rd finger at the 7th fret on the 3rd string, and then your pinky at the 8th fret on the 2nd string. And you can have this, since it's an E chord, it's an E dominant 7, you can have this low E in there too and it'll sound fun. When he plays this chord, he really shakes it pretty hard. Okay, we're going to go through the 3 chords here and then we'll work on the rhythm a little bit. So we have that opening chord, and then it goes down to a G major chord. Now, we would usually play G major like this to A major like this. How Hendrix fingered his chords is he played his thumb here on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then he barred these 2nd and 3rd, these 1st and 2nd strings at the 3rd fret, and then he took his 2nd finger right here on the 4th fret, 3rd string, and then the 3rd finger at the 5th fret on the 4th string. And the 5th string would be muted by like the top of the 3rd finger. So that's how he would play his bar chords. So he could move them around easy. And then the 3rd chord in the progression is the same thing, just 2 frets higher at the 5th fret. It's an A major chord. So we have this. All right. Now the rhythm, you just kind of groove in on it. Now when he gets this A, he does a little trill, which is basically your pinky coming down on the 2nd string where your 1st finger is holding. You come down, when you strum the chord, do a little hammer-on pull-off of the 7th fret. You can see, because we're using the other finger, so you gotta do it with your pinky. And the 7th fret there on the 2nd string, when you strum this, just on and off. All right, so just try to get if you look at my right hand, okay, so it's just like 1, 2. So it's good. See how you got a little chugging on the E string, kind of accentuating that E string a lot. So try to just find a cool groove and just let your arm relax. As long as your arm's consistently doing this and you're feeling, and that you'll have the feel easy. All right. So after you do that 3 times, so after 3 times of that, you come and you hit the 6th string by itself and just kill everything. That's when he goes, excuse me, what? That part, sorry about the singing. Anyway, so, and then we have this little turnaround, this little riff that takes us back to the verse again. So after he does his little vocal thing, there's a few beats there, and then we do this. We do an octave, we slide into an octave shape. At the 9th fret on the 5th string with your 1st finger, and then the pinky at the 3rd string on the 11th fret. those two notes together. You can use your third finger here or your pinky. I like to use my pinky. But you want to mute that string in the middle between them. You're strumming 3 strings, and there's one in the middle is muted by the bottom of the first finger. You want to slide into that, and then come down 2 frets, and then 2 more frets. So we have this. Okay, and then it ends, that little turnaround goes just the same 9th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret that we did at the beginning of the song. It does that twice. So we had this. And then back to the riff, the first. Okay, so that's it for the intro and the verse.